Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm John.
And together we're OCB
Reactions.
And we got a new subscriber who's got a new, well, not really, it's an untapped genre for us, which I like. It's brutal death metal. He was a big fan. We actually started talking on the Allegion, album stream, where he was like, people were saying, like, album of the year. It's like, I'm sitting there like, yeah, it's really good. And then he's like, no, it's not even close. I'm like, what the hell are you listening to? And he's like, and he told me, like, oh, you're listening to brutal death metal, not melodic death metal. It's like, I mean, they're not exactly the same. I don't know that I'd compare them, but I see where he came from. He's like, well, they're both called death metal. Like, okay, yeah, you got me there. It's like, so it's like he tell me some of the bands he was into. I already was into some of them, but it's like, oh, it's new stuff to check out. And so, man, I've been listening to this stuff constantly since.
Right.
That band you introduced me from Cleveland, or not Cleveland, I'm sorry, from Pittsburgh. Badass. Something Possession. I'm just blanking right now. But this is, I wish I could read it. Meathook Putrescent.
Meathook Putrescent. Yummy.
With Transgenic Dissect. Which
right.
I don't really want to think too hard about what they're...
Yeah.
I mean, I expect just pig squeals and like some really deep gutturals.
Yeah, some Cookie Monster and pig squeals.
Yeah.
But I think you have a little, since you've been listening to more of the brutal death metal, I think you might have a little bit more of a clue of what we're getting ready to experience.
I have an idea. I mean, it's like, if we go way back, it's funny because think of the Christian metal band Matonia from Australia. They're really low and really fast. Napalm Death, kind of.
Okay.
When they're actually death metal, not being punk.
Right.
It's like, and it's more death metal than crust punk. I think basically that's what brutal death metal is. It's grindcore, keeping the metal part more than the...
But, well, let's just go ahead and get into it.
Mortician would be another.
Okay.
Kind of, sort of.
Well, we'll find out here. All right, and here we go. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that's just not my thing.
Out of all the things that he suggested, I definitely like this the least because it just feels like a jam session.
Yeah, it kind of did.
It's like a recorded jam session, an unprofessionally recorded jam session.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it sounded like the guitar amps were in a bathroom and that the drums were recorded in a tin storage unit.
It's like the drums needed tuned, the guitars needed brought up and doubled.
And recorded better.
Yeah, I mean, the vocals were the vocals. I mean, he was on time. I didn't hate the song. I don't dislike the band. I hate this recording.
Musically, for me, I'm just not there.
The recording made it sounds too loose.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the kind of stuff that needs tight, in my estimation, needs to be tight. Is this the most brutal thing I've ever heard? It's brutal. If I'd heard this live, I'd have probably been blown away by that.
Right.
But whoever recorded this needs to, hand me my fries next time I'm at my McDonald's. Because, like I said, I don't not like this. It's just, it's recorded so poorly.
Yeah.
It might as well be like cult black metal, which I fucking hate.
Yeah, it needs much better production. And as far as the vocals, the only thing I'm going to say on the vocals is back off the mic. And if you're cupping it, stop it.
I don't like. That's the one thing I really didn't have much of a complaint about. But it's because they were just there.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just awful recording.
Yeah.
Of what could potentially be a pretty decent band. It's like I don't want to shit on it because there's portions of this I really get into that. I catch the groove. I'm like, but the drummer's just like, is the drum even there? Or did he is he on the other end of a cell phone going I hear you guys, how's this?
Right.
And the recording, the recording's bad. That's all I got to.
Yeah.
Other than that, I liked it.
Yeah, it was.
It's just out of all the stuff you gave me to listen to, it was definitely the weakest one.
Well,
I
said, on top of it, musically, just not my thing. Even though I love my death metal,
this is a whole different thing. Yeah, it really is.
This right here, it literally. I mean, I'm one of the angriest people walking the planet, and it still just didn't speak to me.
As far as brutality, I'm probably going to go with the slowed down stuff like Humanity's Last Breath,
right?
Because it's just kind of like, that's oppressive though, not brutal,
right? Well, no, it's pretty brutal too.
It can be, but it's like
because once again, I did attest that too. That's like the soundtrack to a murder, but.
See, it doesn't do that to me. I mean, I don't react to any of this thing viscerally. I actually find it calming.
Now,
this was like,
I didn't hate this.
No,
I don't want that misunderstood. I didn't hate it. It's just it didn't really speak to me.
And your logo's stupid. I'm just gonna say that your logo's stupid.
Yeah,
but
it's like somebody jizzed on a bunch of.
It's like that's one my biggest issue. My biggest issue with Slam Worldwide, the label. It's like, dude, change the color. I know you probably make it look like semen on purpose, but dude, that's gross.
Yeah,
I don't want to think of sputum. That you spermed all over things.
It looks like somebody jizzed on deer antlers.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But anyway, thanks for the suggestion. I mean, it's, the next album they come up with, I'm hoping that it improves, and I'll be definitely checking out the band. I like the band. I just don't like the recording. And I guess that's all I can say about it, so fare thee well.
Thank you.